I want to bring and introduce this question to you guys. The Dallas Mavericks, are they doing enough for Luka Doncic to actually win a championship? Sheldon, go ahead. Sneaky Sam.
No. Hell no. What is that, bro? They have Dwight Powell, Maxi Kleber, Tim Hardaway, Reggie Bullock, bro. And who else? Christian Wood, bro. I don't know what Jason Kidd on with Christian Woods, but he got to play more minutes. He your second best player. He not playing. Spencer Dinwiddie, he inconsistent. So no, they're not. He needs another like star player, bro. He don't need no Kevin Durant, LeBron, Giannis type player to win a championship, bro. All he needs is just a star type player like Zach LaVine, Bradley Beal, or Devin Booker type player. Somewhere around there, bro. And they could easily go back to the conference finals. They could probably go to the finals, but they're not doing enough, bro. The Mavericks don't want to spend money on the big name free agents. And I don't know why they don't do that, or at least trade for the big free agents. They don't want to do it, but I mean,
they should have got Norman Powell. They should have got Norman Powell. Like, how they let him slip past him?
He wasn't going to be a difference maker, but I mean, he at least another player that can get his own shot.
It would have made up for Jalen Brunson leaving.
No one else can get their own shot on that team, literally besides Luka and Spencer Dinwiddie to an extent, and that's it. That's just not it, bro. It was a stat the other day talking about there's no one else on that team that averaged at least more than 2 assists. And
so you ain't got no faith in Kemba Walker?
Hell no. What is he gonna do?
I mean, he's
just a defensive liability. What is he gonna do?
He can't stay on the court. I
don't know. What is he gonna do?
I didn't understand that signing either. But
what? I think they just wanted somebody else to like. I saw some. They wanted just another person to get their own shot, another ball creator. But bro, once Jason Kidd see him get exposed on the court, he's just gonna pull him right out the game, and then they just gonna release him probably 2 weeks later. What? Come on, bro. They gotta trade or sign a big name free agent, or at least a decent free agent, and they'll be good. But they're not doing enough for him.
Hey, signing Kemba Walker, it's like every so often in the NBA. That's like somebody be like, why isn't Isaiah Thomas in the NBA? That's the same thing. Kemba Walker just a new him. Why isn't Kemba Walker on your team?
Hey, man.
Same thing.
Hey, that's true though. But hey, at least Kemba taller than just Isaiah though.
Don't do that. I'm the same height as Isaiah Thomas.
It's still the same problem, so it don't even matter.
Nah,
Melo should be in the league though. Melo should be in the league over Kemba.
Melo is a defensive liability, bro. He plays no defense whatsoever.
Yeah, that's the same problem.
He doesn't play no defense. He could be a spark plug off the bench, but he ain't gonna get no. He probably wouldn't even get at least 25 minutes a game. Maybe if he's like hot and continue, and like if he's in a hot streak in the game, he probably get 25. But nah, he's basically the taller version of Kemba. That's barely it. He's just a taller version.
Aaron, go ahead and say your spiel on what you think the Mavs need to do for your boy Luka.
Well, another thing that baffled me was they thought JaVale McGee was going to solve their center position problem. Just for him to not play, getting healthy DNP. So I thought the plan was to eventually have Christian Wood just be the 5. Because he's actually a decent shot blocker and he can get buckets. He can shoot threes, but apparently Jason Kidd has no faith in him for whatever reason. So until they fix that problem, defensive end and rim protection, it's going to be the same thing. They ceiling is probably the Western Conference Finals. Luka is great enough where he could get them to the finals, but I don't know if he can get them over the hump, especially if they go against, say, the Celtics or the Bucks or somebody of that nature. Like, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a LeBron in 07 type situation. Literally carrying them all the way just to be the runner-up.
No cap, I take these role players on the Mavericks than them role players on the Cavs. No cap.
Man, it's all the same thing. It's ridiculous.
Their best role player was probably Daniel Gibson, bro. At least he got Spencer Dinwiddie.
Well, no. I don't. Nobody on this Mavs team is better than Zdrunas Ilgauskas was at that point.
I mean, you can.
Am I lying though?
I mean, Christian Woods, maybe Christian Woods, maybe, but that's it. That's it.
Oh no, that's tough.
That's it. But
at least Zdrunas made an All-Star team during that span.
But I mean, man, Larry Hughes and Drew Gooden, That ain't
Oh,
it,
my
brother.
God.
That ain't it,
And
You
man.
naming all the bullshit.
And Boogie
ass
Gibson.
And Boot, yeah, I can't roll with that, man. I can't roll with them. From April to June, rolling with them, I can't do that for 2 months. I can't do it.
But the thing is, with the Mavericks, what are they going to do? What assets do they have that people going to actually want? Do people want Dorian Finney-Smith or Tim Hardaway or Christian Wood? Like, do they actually want it? Who wants Dwight Powell?
Nobody. Nobody want him.
Nobody. So, yeah, who are you going to give up to get somebody quality?
Their only best trade asset is Luka. Loki. He their best trade asset. They're not giving him away. So
of course
they should have They should have just put their pride to the side. Gave Jalen Brunson the money. You would have had Jalen Brunson, and probably would have traded still for Christian Woods. Then I would have been like, okay, you got Jalen Brunson, another ball handler, another person that can literally get shot, and he probably would have developed into probably a consistent, like maybe 18, 20-point scorer. Bro, I would have been like, yeah, Mavericks, they could potentially go back to the Western Conference Finals, honestly, if they would have kept Jalen Brunson. But with just Luka and a bunch of role players, Christian Wood's really not even a role player, but they using him as a role player.
I know that's
so
crazy.
He needs to play. He can't be out here playing like 20 minutes, bro. He got to at least play 34, at least 33 minutes. So
I see it being one of two scenarios. It's going to be a situation where Luka is going to be like LeBron first time in Cleveland, KG when he was with the Timberwolves, where you're wasting a generational talent, then they end up leaving at some point. Or he's going to be like Dirk, just stay in there his whole career and maybe win one title if you're that spectacular for one season. Or he's just not going to win the title.
Man, for me,
It's that simple, though.
I feel like they're not locked in. And what I mean now is locked in is they don't have the chemistry that everybody else has, like the Bucks, Celtics and Bucks, they always be locked in. You could tell that they got some type of energy with them, that a winning mentality. Dallas, I don't see that in none of them. I don't see that in none of them. The role players, everybody outside waiting on a 3-point shot, waiting on Luka to provide the offense.
I don't see winning mentality in Luka. I don't see that same hungry mentality in Luka.
But that's the point of having a Luka, though. Like, you surround him with 3-point shooters, so that's really all they're out there doing. It's just staying in the corner, staying at the three, and just make their layup and make their three.
And I agree with what you said. He do need like a star. They don't need like a superstar, but they need like a star, like a Jaylen Brown.
They need Klay Thompson.
Basically, I wouldn't even get Klay. I wouldn't even get Klay washed in.
Not this Klay, but Klay before all the injuries.
Yeah, they just need somebody that's gonna operate when he on the bench, bro. Because when he not on the bench, Reggie Bullock basically be running the motherfucking offense. And that's somebody you don't supposed to have run the motherfucking offense, bro. I be seeing him doing shit out of his comfort zone. He be running to the paint doing layups and shit. I be like, who the fuck is this?
Ready for it.
The odds for him to get 12 points on FanDuel is like plus 1,200 or something.
It's high. It's real high.
Fuck.
It's high. It's high.
So when I see him do layups, I be like, who the fuck is this guy?
I don't even think you could put like like it go to the over. I think it stopped at 9.5. It stopped. It can't even go to 12.
That should say minus 102 for him to get under 9 points. Fuck you talking about?
But I'm not gonna hold you though. I feel like when you watch the games and you watch Luka play, Luka still need to learn a lot of things off ball. When his players and stuff, he be believing him, he be passing it to him, but like you could see in his play, he doesn't have faith in his team, and he going out there and he amazed and he having fun, but he ain't got like that like, man, like I know I really got a shot. He don't really got that. He don't got that play in him. Like I know when they went against the Suns in Game 7. That whole playoff series, like you see it in him against certain teams, like it come out, his hunger, his competitive edge. But overall, though, it's missing. You can see on plays when like the ball go dead, it's a turnover from a teammate passing it. You can see the hurtness in him. You can see it linger after the play goes on. Like I think it was he passed it to the teammate, and they passed it to the corner, and they turned the ball over and they lost the game. Like you could see the hurtness in his soul, and the camera didn't even pan to his face. You just seen him, his shoulders go.
That body language be everything.
It do.
I think he just need Jokic, man.
That won't happen.
Nah, him. I think like
He
if
doesn't
you
need a Jokic, bro. He just
if you
needs somebody that's better than all of them.
tier two, the tier two players of the NBA, the
Y'all
Jalen
think he a good
Browns.
leader? Y'all think he a good leader?
I don't think he could be a leader.
I
Luka?
don't think so. Not at this point.
He can't be. He's still too young. He's from a whole entirely different country. So it's like they'll need someone else to like be the leader for them. And honestly, I think it would be just too big of a cultural difference. I think they all get along and they happy, but like something that somebody they turn and buy into. I don't think that team even has a player like that. I think if anything, it's probably Jason Kidd who probably get a motivational speeches.
I won't agree with y'all.
If they had the Porzingis this year when he was with the Mavericks, they could have gone. They could have gone to the conference finals. This Porzingis that's playing good this year, they could have gone. But they used him the same way. Even Rick Carlisle, they used him as a role player, and Porzingis isn't a role player. He's really like he's like a star, but he's in the tier 2 of stars. Like he's a star. Like he's really good.
Yeah,
But
he's the top echelon.
Yeah, they didn't use him as a star like a co-star of Luka. They just used him as a role player. They basically used him just like everybody else on that team. Stay at the corner, shoot threes. Why do you think he always just shoot jump shots all day?
I can't agree with y'all on Luka not being a leader because year by year Luka show us that he's better. It's like y'all see year by year he go further in the playoffs.
Don't make you a leader.
Though. Is he a leader or is he just a leader on the court? Like is he showing us his play as a leader?
He's just the best player. Being the best player don't make you the leader.
His game showing you the leader.
Like Kawhi is the best player, but he ain't a leader. Kevin Durant is their best player, but he's not a leader. It's a difference.
But being the best player does not automatically equate you to being a leader. That's the leader must be somebody that when we all lose hope and it's lost, I turn and I look to you and you still got your chin high, you still believe and you pull us up. We just lost 7 games and you still show us the bigger picture that it's not a 7-game series. It's not a 7-game season. It's a 82-game season. We still got a chance. We had a bad month. It's not a leader is something that they believe almost crazily in y'all. They call you out. They said in the matter. They say the things that you don't even know the word choice to say it. I don't know if Luka is that. I think maybe he could become that. Kevin Durant he may say the right things, but being a leader is something that's it's majestical. It's different. It pulls you in, and I don't know if I ever see that. I see it when Bron said, when I got that, when LeBron did, it went viral. It said, if you don't believe in us, don't get on the plane, don't show up. Okay. And they all showed up. That was man.
If I had to guess who was the leader on the Mavericks right now, it's probably Spencer Dinwiddie. Because he been there, done that, bro. He been in the league for a minute. You know, he basically went through the trenches. You know, being on the Nets when they bad, they come up. So if I had to just guess, just by looking, I would just say Spencer Dinwiddie.
Hell no. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm just saying, who is, if you look on the team, who is the leader? Like, who would you just
Probably Dorian. I think he's been there the longest.
Dorian. He got the story. He got the humble beginning. He talked about his mama still working at Popeyes even when he was in the NBA. He got the I still got to prove and earn it. He probably isn't as vocal because he probably feel like certain things he can't say. Sometimes people will equate they money to their self-worth and how much they can talk. But Dorian Finney-Smith, he carry himself as humble. Like his mama, I just want to be able to give my mom a house and to be able like, man, you know what? We still like it's probably him. It probably is him. Like I'm not gonna hold you, Spencer Dinwiddie. I would say he probably speaks up and says things. But where he got traded to the Wizards, and then they said he got traded immediately. They said they didn't like him in the locker room or they didn't want him there. I mean, we didn't make a much story of it because he is who he is, but that don't add up. How you get traded like that because they didn't like you that fast and you was one of the best players?
Wizards is confused as hell, man. They need something.
Don't ask me.
Ask the Wizards GM, man.
Hell no, that was a Bradley Beal decision. Cause you seen Bradley Beal said he didn't really think Russ was getting all them rebounds. He said, I thought, Steven Adams was moving out the way, letting you get it. Then he said, no, man, Russ actually out there getting down there, getting them rebounds. He be talking to the guys that, they contracts not guaranteed, motivating and pushing them and make them stay on. Like Bradley Beal, Bradley Beal probably wasn't feeling the way Spencer Dinwiddie was talking or something like that. It probably was something he said.
Probably. But I mean,
in my opinion,
I'll do it trade too.
In my opinion, in order for the Mavs to get over the hump as currently constructed, Luka is going to have to play like Hakeem in 95, Dirk in 2011, LeBron in 2018.
Hey.
You gotta add Kobe to the mix. You gotta add Kobe.
He gotta go off every night.
That
Bro,
nigga got
we know y'all saw that
every
stat, man.
single night. Yeah.
We know y'all saw that stat.
Every
6 and they won. So 7-0 when he drops 30, and 2 and whatever when he doesn't drop 30. He shouldn't have to drop 30 every night just for them to win. And they barely be winning. Barely. Some games be close, some games they blow them out, but the games be competitive. And it's bro, he shouldn't have to do all that.
I don't care. He on my team.
Toronto figured their ass out that last game, though.
Toronto got good defense, though. They got the personnel to stop a lot of players.
They might be better than them, bro. So I don't
care. Yeah, they are. They are.
Better than them, bro. Mavericks. I mean, we all said it, bro. We all said it, though. Mavericks garbage.
I'm about to say, going back to your point you made about Luke with the off-ball stuff, he does exactly what Harden has done, Westbrook has done. If he gets double-teamed, he passes the ball and then he just stands there. Or once he passes the ball, they just stand there by the half-court line sometimes. No off-ball movement whatsoever. And that's why you respect players like a Steph, like a Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, Klay Thompson that still move without the ball to find a way to make some type of impact.